could be produced in a regular year versus what you think it comes out this year. So then talk through, how do you manage it? How do you manage the risk of a drought and what's needed? And obviously we're pushing for an extension of the Farm Bill. What's the important aspects of that? And what do you need? What do you expect? And how do we get you back on your feet?
Well, as farmers, we use safety net of crop insurance, so it's an important aspect of our risk management operation. And it's kind of like having life insurance. You hope you don't ever need it to take care of things, but you need to manage your risk. And with 0 bushels per acre, that's the only way we're going to pay our bills right now.
So let me ask, because I've talked to other producers, even with the insurance that you purchased to help mitigate your risk, you still come out at a loss? Do you break even?
We come out at a loss.
And what, to what percentage or what extent?
What extent? Everybody's operation is different, but so before you put your crop in, you got to decide what can I afford to lose and what can I afford to risk. So
let me just help you out here, because you don't want to. But I talked to one producer that he thought his overall loss was $400,000, and the insurance that he had planned that it would mitigate his loss to only $200,000.
Well, only sounds like a lot of money to me.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of money. That's my point. Yeah, it's very $200,000.
If you take money that you put away from emergency or your kids' college funds or your retirement funds, and you try to survive.
Right. So the national debate, at a minimum, on an extension of a farm bill, at a minimum, what do we have to have?
Well, I think we have to have some sort of safety net, and we have a farm bill debate going on right now, and we don't want to get away from our crop insurance and our safety net for myself, my neighbors.
That's what I've heard. I mean, that's consistent with what I've heard from other producers. I was on the floor Thursday night. I had a little stubby. I had an irrigated ear. I had a stubby ear, and then I had, in essence, aflatoxin. They didn't know that, but an ear that was whatever, messed up.
You have crop insurance, and then you can have irrigated land. I mean, if it's all in one unit, you can have 140 bushel irrigated corn and 0 or 50 bushel others, and it averages out, and you don't have a claim. So it doesn't always help you have the insurance. I mean, so you got 1,600 acres irrigated and 3,000 unirrigated, you still not get much from crop insurance until they have a major loss.
But I don't know the percentage, but I know the corn growers have said about of all the corn that's grown, it's only like 2%, might be 89%. Someone help me, I don't know if anyone knows. 89% of the corn crop is not irrigated, so that would make 11% nationally. So very, very few.
That doesn't affect us as producers.
Right.
That affects our country and our world. Right. We're producing food for around the world, and it won't be a serious issue. Right.
What do you think the ethanol situation mandate stands?
Well, Friday I had our Jeep, which is a Flex Fuel E85 vehicle. I think you always kind of look for the, the silver lining in clouds. One silver lining is that some of the frustration and complaints about gas prices going up is the fact that corn prices are going up. But that helps me make the argument that ethanol helps reduce the price of fuel, which we've been trying to tell people for a year and a half. They don't see it on the low end. Obviously, they see it now. Now maybe we can make that argument. Okay, if you're going to complain that higher corn prices is making gas prices higher, then you have to accept the premise that when corn is low, that it helps lower the fuel price, which is really true, especially since we don't have, and with no tax credit.
Really, I think the mandate shouldn't be abolished. They might need to temporarily reduce it or something. But if you do away with that mandate, then we get back to a surplus of corn in 3 or 4 years, then it's
Yeah.
gonna be hard to get it going again.
Well, the
The
administration,
market will take
Yeah.
care of whatever. If the corn gets any higher, then ethanol production will be less. So,
the administration has the authority to do that in the law now. So, I mean, we'll let the administration decide whether they want to ease it for, emergency position. My position and a lot of the ag members is don't touch the RFS. Too much investment has gone on. It's helped decrease reliance. It's 10% of our fuel supply. It's especially in these days when you're still importing 40% of crude oil from the Middle East. I mean, it's still the right policy. We just have to get through more difficult times. So, I mean, you know me, that's really I'm not on the agriculture committee, but I'm on the energy committee. That's been my fight over this Congress, and we won't see any attack on it this cycle.
thank you.
The question will be next cycle.
Hopefully, free market system will take care of the prices and
Right.
production will be lower due to corn price and to take care of itself.
Right. Anybody else got anything they want to? Different type of producers, different concerns?